morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 17. I have no neutral thoughts, so I see no neutral things. That was yesterday's lesson. I have no neutral thoughts. Today's is I see no neutral things. So the progression of those two lessons are very telling because it is always about the thought coming first, and that is exactly how our lessons have been given to us with this idea. And by the way, please subscribe. So this idea is another step in the direction of identifying cause and effect as it really operates in the world. You see no neutral things because you have no neutral thoughts. It is always the thought that comes first, despite the temptation to believe that it is the other way around. In this world, we think that it is, I see it, and then I think it. But in truth, it is always the thought that comes first. Yesterday's idea lesson and today's hit on two important ideas. One, cause and effect, and the other, that the thought comes first. Both of these ideas, both of these tenets of A Course in Miracles are very important and will be expanded throughout the workbook this year. Cause and effect always is important, as is the thought comes first. Okay, it says, this is not the way the world thinks, but you must learn it is the way you think. It's the way we think in truth, that the thought is always first. If it were not so, perception would have no cause and would itself be the cause of reality. Perception is how I'm viewing things, but it's not based in truth. Reality is based in truth, which is why perception cannot be the cause of reality with that big capital R, although in the lesson it doesn't have it capitalized. But for clarification's sake, reality is based in truth. True reality, true perception, based on truth. Perception from the ego mind, perception and reality from the ego mind are based on illusions, fantasies, false ideas, not truth. So the practicing, to just go forward, the practicing for today is at least 3 times are required. So it doesn't always say that, but it's required for maximum benefit. The exercises are with your eyes open to look around. I see no neutral things because I have no neutral thoughts. Bringing together both yesterday and today's lessons. That's Buster in the back. Then to resting your glance on each thing that you note long enough to say, I do not see a neutral blank because my thoughts about blank are not neutral. So it gives a suggestion. I do not see a neutral wall because I don't have neutral thoughts about walls. My thoughts about walls are not neutral. But then again, as always, it will sneak in this little idea that will become much bigger for us, more evident, and will gain much greater importance as we go on. And that was, the next one is, I do not see a neutral body because my thoughts about bodies are not neutral. Now we know that to be true. Body thoughts are never neutral. We make them up. We all have thoughts about bodies. We look at other bodies, we think about our body. We have a twinge, an ache, a pain, we stub our toe. All of those conditions that show up keep us from having a neutral thought about a body, any body. I like to change the word body to one, so that I have no neutral thoughts about any one, but I am identifying and definitely having the awareness of the oneness in the bodies that I see, because we are one. Now, just to go back to this idea for a moment of which came first, the chicken, the egg, the thought, or the seeing. They happen so quickly in most circumstances that, as I've said in the past, the most skilled surgeon with the best scalpel or laser probably could not find where one starts and the other begins. One ends, one begins, that's it. Where one ends and the other begins, because they are happening basically simultaneously. Again, and that is the reason why we think we see first, when in truth, we are thinking first. So, I see no neutral things, I have no neutral thoughts, and that is good news, because again, when we realize I can change my thoughts, this is going to bring me great joy, because it will affect my seeing, and my seeing will be joy-filled once I am able to change my thoughts. I think that's it for today, okay? Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, please pray. Please be here tomorrow, and please share this with others so we can grow those subscriber numbers. Please. Have a lovely day. Namaste.